So as you've already heard many times, we really emphasize training the leaders and the best. And I think that's what sets our program apart from others. This is our mission, to train clinically well-rounded urologists who are uniquely poised and motivated to become the next generation of innovators and leaders in the field of urology. And everyone sincerely adheres to this mission every day in training the next generation. We adhere to a tripartite mission of excellence in clinical care, research, and education, and that's very true in our residency program as well. This is our current group. As you will see, we have mostly 4 residents per year. Our intern class this year has 5, and I'll explain that a bit in a moment. And we are going to expand our complement and start a new surgeon scientist track, which I'll share a little bit more detail about in just a moment as well. So this is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of the team involved in the training of our residents. You, of course, met most of us already. I also want to highlight Dr. Herfez, who's our Associate Chair for Education, as well as Dr. Paulo Borbolia Romo, who is our Senior Clerkship Director. But they say it takes a village, and this is just a very small group of the many, many faculty involved in the training of our residents. Of course, all programs have a program evaluation committee and clinical competency committee. But what is also unique to our group is we have 3 clinical fellowships as well in endourology, female pelvic medicine, and reconstructive surgery, as well as urologic oncology. And I would say that all of our fellowships not detract, but actually significantly augment our residents' training experience. We also have a group of core educational faculty who are really the faculty who are boots on the ground in terms of seeing the day-to-day success of our residents' training and oversee their development as clinicians. We have a very robust mentorship program. As soon as our residents hit the door, they're immediately assigned to a faculty mentor who's charged with overseeing not only their professional but personal development throughout training. And this, they could have clinical or research interests aligned, but the overall goal is to ensure that all of our residents are well taken care of throughout their training. I alluded to the 6-year track, so this is something that we'll be starting with this year's match. There are 2 different match opportunities. You can match into the traditional 5-year track or into a 6-year scientist track. After the PGY year, the PGY 3-year on this track, you have the opportunity to spend a year of dedicated mentored research with protected time, and then go back to the PGY 4 and PGY 5 year to complete your clinical time. As you already heard, we have very robust opportunities in research, including in basic science, translational science, health services research, and we're also launching into opportunities for research and surgical education. Dr. Hollenbeck talked about the Physician Scientist Residency Training Awards. The American Urological Association, the Urology Care Foundation, a couple of years ago recognized that we really need to increase the community of surgeon scientists in urology. And so they offered this training award, and several programs put their hat in the ring, and there were 4 finalists, of which we were one. Ultimately, we were selected as the program by Joel Behrens, who's the inaugural recipient. So we're very fortunate that Joel selected our program over the other contenders, and he will spend 8 years with us. So he's our 5th intern. He will, after his PGY 2-year, select a lab to work in for 3 years and then complete his clinical training following that. So I think it really speaks to the caliber of the research opportunities available at the University of Michigan that we were ultimately selected for this very prestigious award. So I just want to take a moment to emphasize that we really focus on resident wellness and well-being. I gave a talk on this for the COVID lecture series because I take this very, very seriously. A few years ago, we sat back and thought, you know, we don't want this to just be a box that we check or a requirement that we fill, but we really want to make sure that we offer resources available to our residents to help them establish the toolkit that they need in order to live a healthy life and have a fulfilling career. And so we thought about various domains that were important in establishing this and selected 5 different areas, including physical health, social connection, mental health, humanitarianism, and work-life integration. And we conduct events throughout the year that are centered around these various domains. For example, at the end of every year, we have a spinning class, and we focus on mindfulness and meditation through free access to the Headspace app. We also have had mindfulness and meditation workshops. We, in the past, have arranged for cooking classes, which is not only a great way to get together, but also just to learn how to make healthy meals that are easy to make at home with healthy ingredients. And each year we think about giving back in a slightly different way outside of medicine. And so we've been going to a local food bank, food gatherers, to help serve those in need. Many ask, well, where do your residents go after graduation? So this is a map that I put together just showing where our residents currently are within the past 5 years. And so you can see that we really have a broad showing, including in the UK. Ella Dorga is finishing up a fellowship there. And what's really great is you can't really turn your head without running into Michigan Urology alum. We have a very robust alumni society. You probably saw the little logo that I showed there, the Nesbitt Society, and probably one of the most passionate groups about where they trained. We have get-togethers twice a year, and it's really great to see the Nesbitt alumni come together. But I hope that you take away from this talk that it's, we're really a very unique program in that we take our Michigan family quite seriously. We work really, really hard. We're always trying to be, at the cutting edge, but we also support each other when times get tough. And particularly over the last several months, it hasn't always been easy, but I cannot express enough just how absolutely amazing and resilient our resident team has been. And I'm truly feel proud and blessed every day to be part of training this team. So I hope that you will consider being part of our Michigan family too.
How many positions will there be for the 5-year track and the 6-year track?
So, and I apologize, it's a little confusing. I didn't quite make this completely clear in my presentation, but this year we'll be matching for one single surgeon scientist position and 4 5-year positions. So there'll be 4 that match into the 5-year track, 1 that matches into the 6-year track. We will be doing that match, at least for the foreseeable future, every other year. So next academic year, we will be matching only 4 5-year track positions. I hope that is clear. And then we have Joel thrown in there too, just to make it really exciting.
With regards to networking opportunities, I mean, it's hard to say enough about this. So one of the many amazing things about this program is how well connected our faculty are. I mean, these are people who are known all over the planet within really every one of the divisions. So there's not just even aside from our visiting professorships, if you ever wanted to reach out to somebody, undoubtedly there's somebody who knows them within our department and can connect you. But our visiting professorships bring in a lot big names that you're able to engage with either by giving case conferences or just talking with them at a dinner or something like that. That's been a great experience. There's a yearly Reed Nesbitt meeting, which is the coalition of Michigan graduates, of which there are many big names, who they meet at typically AUA, do the AUA each year, but again, casual atmosphere for you to engage with those people and connect. The Health Services Research Conference is there's a big health services research initiative here, and it's a big part of this program. So there's a lot of people doing research in it, and so that's a conference dedicated to that. COPMISH is a collaboration between like Copenhagen and Michigan University, which occasionally meets, but it's cool. It's kind of an exchange program of sorts for you. So for the past 10 years, at least 60% have gone to fellowship, and pretty decent split between onc and peds and endo, as well as some people with reconstruction, less so in terms of andrology and FPMRS, but there's certainly no limitations. This just happened to be where people fell. It truly is a fantastic place to work, and I love working with people here. I'm far from home, if that means anything to anybody, and I'm super happy. Between residents, up and down, between faculty, fellows, it's such a benevolent environment to work in, and it's tough to explain. Obviously, you're having to take my word for it to a degree, but just as a demonstration, I mean, the faculty here cover each other's backs all the time without complaining, and I think that just goes to show like there's a great culture at the top, and that just has settled its way down to every level of this program, and continues to be that way.